Sorry, you zoning out on Twitch. I'm trying to explain.
I want to know which game you're playing.
Cricket.
Cricket. The next one is a bit random.
Yeah.
What kind of noises did dinosaurs make? These were genuinely populated and very random, so it's not like I've just tried to chuck something in.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Oh, God.
This is the Plot Twist podcast.
Yeah.
So let's get to the main plot twist, really, which is, I suppose, an unexpected moment in your life which changes your narrative and your story. Is there a standout plot twist for you that comes to mind?
Oh, hugely. I just made a short film. It wasn't even a film. It's just me talking like a talking head, talking to camera. I played this monster hunter. Had this idea, like a video diary. Drove to Wales. Just filmed myself the whole way in character. Really weird man.
Why Wales?
That's where this supposed creature lived, in this lake.
Right.
And a lot of people said, why don't you just go out the reservoir up the road and pretend? I was like, oh yeah. But I drove 4 hours to...
Bloody hell.
Yeah, sort of talking to the camera. I'm driving to Wales. Yeah, made this little film. I've been in touch with someone on the internet who I didn't know but ran this comedy website. This is like 20 years ago. Wrote to him, I made this film. I didn't know anyone in the industry. He said, I'll send it to my agent.
Was he just like the one contact you had then?
Yeah, it was Jim Field Smith, who's a director, film director, TV director. He's like very successful now.
Yeah.
I didn't know him at all, but I found his website. I think it was called Idiot Lamp. It was really funny. And I asked if I could just write silly things on it. I was just driving a truck for a living and just wanting to do something in the evening. So I made this short film, said, can you have a look at it? And he went, I'll send it to my agent. I sent it to his agent, and it was Ricky's agent. And they rang me that day or the next day, and that was it.
Was it Ricky or the agent?
Maybe it's the agent, but he said, Ricky and Stephen want to meet you.
Wow.
So I was literally just delivering.
At that point, they're big, aren't they?
They were writing the Christmas special of The Office at that point.
Right.
It's just like, what? They want to see me. So that was the turning point. And I remember going, my life's changed. And thinking it's going to change like that. And no, it doesn't. It doesn't change like that. But
it takes time.
It certainly sent me in another direction. So I had to meet them in this office in Oxford Street. And
yeah,
really struggling, really panicky. And I went up, and in this building, up the lift doors open at like floor 30, and Ricky was stood there.
Heartbeat going.
Yeah. And he just said, take your shoes off. I went, yeah. I started to take my shoes off in the lift. He went, no, what are you doing? Yeah. I really laughed. I was like, oh, that's a funny welcoming. Anyway, we went into this room and they were just chatting about what do you want to do, and really like the film. What else have you got? And
did he tell you then to sort of get into stand-up a bit more?
No, through it, I got his agent, and it was his agent that said, look, no one knows who you are. You're just this bloke who's making these sort of weird, shitty films in your
Welsh monsters. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, you need to get out there and just get your name out. And I'd always wanted to do stand-up, so I loved Harry Hill. Yeah, so I just went for it, and yeah.
You're on a lifeboat.
Yeah.
And you've got the option of saving two people. One is Joe Wilkinson.
Oh, flipping out.
I know. And then the other is Ricky Gervais. You can only save one.
Well, Ricky's lived a good life. Oh no! Genuinely, I'd be just so panicked. They'd probably both die, because I'd just be like, "Oh my god."
Has life changed a bit after Afterlife? In the it has. I mean, it's a global hit. It's not just a massive hit in the UK. It's done well worldwide, isn't it? It's a Netflix show.
It does feel different. In fact, I was talking to Joe Wilkinson about it this weekend, and even he's feeling it from Afterlife. I think, Joe's a big name from Countdown.
Yeah, big profile before, right?
Yeah, but I think he's feeling an extra bit of attention from Afterlife. It's weird because it's just such a gradual thing, especially when it's on Netflix, so people are just continuing to watch Afterlife. You're like, oh, I can feel it now. I mean, I don't get much.
Well, I think what helps you with the beard as well. You've trimmed the beard.
Yeah.
Because both Kev and Derek have quite a distinctive look, don't they?
Yeah. I don't get much at all.
People must quote stuff at you.
It's quite rare that people go, oh, you're... Like,
They not say a line to you?
No, like I spent the weekend with Joe and he gets stopped all the time. And I just keep walking. Honestly, it's perfect. Like he said to me, I have to sort of put half an hour on it every sort of walk I do through town. So I look at that and I go, no, I don't want that,
would you?
No. And I don't get that at all. I might get the odd person who stops me. It's really nice, but yeah.
I think people crave celebrity, don't they? And this sort of attention. But actually, after a while, how invasive it becomes, it's actually quite negative.
I think I remember Les Dennis saying it's great for about 2 weeks, and then it's just like, oh my God.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I do not crave that. It's really nice when people like you email or when people stop me and go, I really like whatever. But to have that all the time, I couldn't cope. Yeah.
If somebody comes up to you now and they strike up a conversation, didn't know who you were, what would you say you are? As an occupation wise, not as in I'm a moron.
I'm a dickhead. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what I do. I've always got stuff.
Because you've got a mixture, haven't you, with the stand-up, the acting.
I'm a content creator.
You're a content creator. Yeah.
I'm a CC. I'm a content creator.
You're an influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to write, might act very, very occasionally. Do my podcast.
Yeah, you podcast a lot.
I do Twitch.
Yeah.
I love my Twitch. Sorry, did you giggle? Is that a giggle? I love my Twitch.
No, I'm sure you do.
Do you watch Twitch?
Not really.
Oh, I love Twitch. Yeah. Do you want to hear about Twitch?
You tell me about Twitch. I picture 18-year-old gamers who are irritating as fuck.
All right.
Talking about their experience and then something they've got, or life in general. It's like,
yeah.
well, you haven't got any life because you haven't experienced life.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Why am I? So you tell me your perspective because it might actually, maybe you'll recruit me.
Right. So in first lockdown, me and Joe were writing a sitcom, but that kind of, we didn't know when we'd come back to film the sitcom. So it was like work went. So it's like, right, what am I going to do? And so I spoke to Ian Lee. Know Ian Lee?
I don't. Yes, I do.
So I spoke to, he's lovely, Ian. He's very successful in it. But Ian said, try Twitch. When he said that, I was like, I've seen Twitch. And no, he said Limmy does it. He said, you should watch Limmy. And so I watched a bit of Limmy. I was like, oh, it's brilliant. Like, or at least he's brilliant. So just to keep myself occupied, I had a go. Hadn't played computer games for years. Are you zoning out?
Am I zoning out?
Sorry, you zoning out on Twitch. I was trying to explain.
I want to know which game you're playing.
Cricket.
Okay.
Where I was going to, there's a cricket game called Cricket 22. And the guy who created it got in touch with me and said, do you want us to put you in the game? Oh, yes, please. He said, we're going to make you England cricket manager. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so in the new game...
I tell you what, in terms of ticking off...
I'm telling you.
Ticking off the list, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
So you can select David Earl as...
You can do a career mode, and once you get picked by England, I come into the nets. Hello, I'm nice to meet you. Hope we're going to have a lovely relationship together.
What's your style of management? Is there such a thing?
What, within the game?
Yeah.
No, he just comes in little cut scenes and go, you played ever so well, and yeah. But, so I felt like you about Twitch, and now I'm still doing it 3 years later. I think it's great fun.